Hello, this is Kate, and I'm going to be doing this tarot reading for Jessie tonight. And Jessie, your question was regarding whether or not you thought you were going to get a particular job, and whether or not things are going to work out for you related to career. So I've already shuffled the deck, so I'm just going to start by cutting it. And I'm going to start by drawing 3 cards. Okay, so I'm going to begin by turning over the middle card. And this card is going to represent, I'm just going to jump kind of right into looking at your forecast of what kind of things are going to happen over the next 4 to 6 weeks and whether or not it looks like you're going to get this particular job or not. Okay, so this card is Totality. I'm just going to zoom in so you can get a good look at it. And Totality, it would be 5 of Wands in a traditional tarot deck. So Totality is all about cooperation, and of course there's an element, the picture is of some trapeze artists, so of course there's an element of being able to let go of one thing and grab onto something else. And there's an element of trust here, so trust, letting go. But there's a real theme of letting go of one thing in order to grab onto another. So this could be perhaps if you do get offered this job, which this card, the picture and the feeling I get with this card is that you might be offered this job, but it might require giving up something that you have right now. Not necessarily giving up your current job, but letting go of something in order to transition into that new job. And this next card is just going to be kind of a continuation on of the future and what may happen. So of course keeping in mind that the future is very, very much interchangeable and nothing's set in stone, but this is just kind of a general forecast. Okay, and this is the card of Maturity, which would be Ace of Pentacles in a traditional tarot deck. So this is a really nice card to get, especially in response to your question, is everything going to work out for me? And with this card, the answer is definitely yes. This is also a card that signifies new beginnings, and it usually has to do with feeling like you're feeling more clear on the direction that you're wanting to go in. So you've gained a certain sense of life experience and maturity, enough so that you kind of have a clear idea of what's important to you and what you're passionate about, and what things require you to give a lot of your energy and your time to. So this card is all about direction, your life path, and it's also a really good card to get in the whole finance and money area, because this is, in a traditional tarot deck, this would be Ace of Pentacles, and Pentacles has a lot to do with stability and finances, money, the home, wealth, that sort of thing. And it usually means starting something new, and it usually means that new thing, either a project or a job, is going to be very prosperous for you, and it's going to give you that kind of security and that abundance that you're really wanting. And also just looking at the picture with the flowers and everything, this is a really nice card of things kind of blossoming and things really happening. It's a really positive card in that respect. So it's a card of feeling mature and stable and grounded in your decisions, and being able to move forward in your life and gain that kind of sense of financial stability. So going back to this card, to answer your question whether or not you're going to be offered this job, I don't really know, but I think no matter what happens, I see it moving in a direction that's very positive, where there's a lot of growth and a lot of change and new beginnings. So whether or not you get offered this particular job, I see it moving in a really nice direction. So I'm going to turn over this card, and this card's going to represent you right now, how you're looking at the situation, and also the kind of traits and sort of personality traits you wanna really tap into to deal with this. It's the card of playfulness. I'm just gonna see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so the card of playfulness, I believe in a traditional tarot deck this is the, is it the Knight? No, I think it's the Page of Wands. So this card clearly, it's very clear in that I think you don't need to take this too seriously, or you want to kind of keep kind of an attitude, a sort of a lighthearted attitude, and really focus on things in your life right now that are a lot of fun and that make you laugh. And also you want to put your energy towards trying new things just for the fun of it, and just to kind of explore that creative side of yourself, and try not to take life too seriously, or try not to take your career like really, really seriously. Just sort of have more of a kind of a jovial, kind of lighthearted attitude, which can be hard at times. But this card's indicating to me to kind of the more you tap into that part of yourself, that kind of playful, kind of lighthearted part of yourself, the more you'll be able to relax, and the more you'll be able to be your genuine self as you're moving into this sort of new arena. So if you are offered a job interview, sort of tapping into this aspect of yourself will really let you relax and be more of your genuine self when you're interacting with others in that regard. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom out and just kind of look at these cards overall and see if I can get any other ideas from it. I just see a really nice contrast between these two cards, and that one is very playful and not necessarily immature, but very light and playful. And then you've got the card of maturity, which is kind of a contrasting card, and I think that's kind of important to keep in mind. And then the center card is almost being able to let go of one thing and grabbing on to another thing. And so because it's between the maturity and the playfulness, you kind of want to let go of not let go of maturity, but let go of any kind of sort of rigid expectations of yourself, or feeling like you have to behave like really mature, and kind of embrace this more kind of youthful side of yourself, the more kind of fun-loving side. Okay, so I'm just going to take these cards down, and I'll just do one last card to wrap it up. And this is just like a final message card. Okay. And this is the card of guidance. So I don't know if you can see that very well. Guidance. So that's 3 of rainbows. And in a traditional tarot deck, this would be 3 of pentacles, which is all about career and finding a career that you can really get a lot of enjoyment out of, and it's usually a career that's all your own. So like, I always think of self-employment or like starting a business, but it's not necessarily that. It's just sort of feeling like you really own your work, and feeling like you can really wholeheartedly invest your energy and time into putting into this career. So I'm almost out of time. I've just got less than 1 minute to go. So what this card really means is being able to accept guidance, and being, I guess, being very open. So you might want to spend some time kind of meditating and just being able to open up to any guidance that comes to you through that meditation. So this could be like a creative idea that kind of pops into your head while you're meditating, or something along those lines. So this is just letting you know you want to be really open to guidance right now. Now is a really good time to tap into that intuitive aspect of yourself, because that is really where you're going to get the best kind of answers and guidance from, is really from yourself. So this card is just reminding you to just relax, kick back, and kind of go with your gut instincts and go with your intuition.